Hi folks, I've got to do yesterday's update too. I've taped it and I haven't uploaded it. But anyway, look, this might not seem very exciting to most people, although if I'm getting a kitten, I like to know that they are very well toilet trained, because years and years ago I had a dirty rag doll and there was nothing I could do to stop it. So I have a few I suppose you'd say things that I'm really pedantic that are done properly. One is their vaccination, and two is toilet training and their weaning, because it sets them up for life. But have a look at that. When you have a look at that, that is a big wee for a little kitten. Now they're starting to use the tray quite well. Miggs has been cleaning all that up orally, and I know it sends a shiver, doesn't it? But she's been doing all that on her own. So you can see what a huge relief it is. Now she's still cleaning up their bowels. They haven't yet started to poo in the tray. But you can see what a huge demand that is on her system. And this is why people should give their queens and their females of any type, mother dogs, mother cats, mother anything, a break. And this is why I'm really hoping she's not pregnant again. She's trying like crazy to get into that front room, and I've told her no, she cannot go near Bon. I don't want any more kittens till next year, which, you know, we're still not absolutely certain whether 2 weeks when she got in, although I have been told it's pretty much impossible. But here she is feeding her babies. They've been screaming. They're a little bit slow to take on the milk thing. They're still quite happy to drink from her. Now she's starting to get in there with them less and less. I'll move that because that's how she gets out of there. This box is excellent. See, they're perfectly safe when we go out. They can't get out. Although Mishka made it right up to the top here the other day. And then, of course, there's a lip they can't get over. But it's time for me to bring out the pen now. I'm going to go to the shipping container and try and find it. So there she is, feeding them all. They're doing really well with it. There's a little miss in her backside. So I'll start to cover things. And there's Scouty Bout. He's beautiful, isn't he? They both look like little monkeys, those two. And there's Suki there, Mishka over there, and Louie there. And they've just had a drink from Mum, and she said that's enough. She will start to get in there less and less and less with them, because that's just the way it goes now. She's her bit is coming to an end now, except to enjoy them as little playthings, which she will soon, and she'll start to try and dry up, and her mind will be quite on having another litter. Hard to believe, isn't it? But that's what she'll be focused on. I've told her not till next year. That's going to prove extremely difficult, and we just have to try. I mean, the mating process of cats isn't that quick, so, but, you know, if you get distracted, certainly you've got a lot of kittens on the way. And Bon basically only has to look at Miggs. She's that fertile, both of them are. This is what the result is. But, as I said, I don't want another litter till next year now. I've got a couple of things I want to see too, and I'm still trying to manage this back problem, which is, I thought with the increasingly nice weather, it would sort of start to get a bit better, but it's not. I've had a terrible week, actually, again, of pain and pain in the hips and things. I just about got right down on my pain medication, and now it's right back up again because I just can't stand it. Anyhow, that's a choice you make when you've got chronic pain as to whether you want to move or not, and medication helps that. But anyway, enough is enough about that. Look at these little beauties. They are just growing so quickly. They really are cats now. There's a little miss with the bum up in the air there. They're playing really full on now. They're really starting to get their coordination and everything up and running. So now we've got to focus. The toilet training will take care of itself now. It really is a case of monkey see, monkey do. Once one starts, they'll all start, and that worry is lifted. And the next one begins, and that's weaning, but they will be forced in some ways to start drinking the milk I offer, because Miggs will get in there less and less. She knows it's time for her to round it up now and just dry herself out. And it happens pretty quickly, and then there's no milk for them anyway, so they've really got to get their nourishment from somewhere else. But at the moment they prefer her milk. I've tried a couple of times putting some soggy cat bits and things like that in there. So while I'm here, I'll cover vaccination. Poor Miggs, that wasn't very nice right in my face. She's sitting right here, see, and she's just let go. It's rotten. We'll start on vaccination. Largely, unfortunately, Devon Rex breeders will only give F3, which doesn't cover chlamydia. And if you've had chlamydia or seen it before, it's not very nice. It's sticky eyes. It's doesn't really make them really, really ill, or, you know, I haven't seen it make them really, really ill at all, but it does make them a bit unthrifty. We've gone to a lot of trouble with our vaccination program to vaccinate with F4, which covers against chlamydia. No vaccination, as the vets will even tell you, is 100%, you know, safeguard, but it develops their immune systems. It's interesting to read up on how vaccinations work, and you'll understand it a lot better. Certainly they need to be vaccinated, and it's my opinion, F4. And Devon Rex breeders who say they've lost kittens, they've died because of F4, you know, they've lost kittens. Well, I can tell you, my partner Dee suggested a while ago, to the vet, why can't we use an antihistamine? That's what we'd do if we had a reaction to things. And the vet looked into it. She rang the vaccination company, and they said no. If kittens happen to die following a vaccination, they've obviously got something underlying there. It's not the vaccination that will, in fact, cause them to die. It's something else. So they do have, it's very real, they do have awful reactions. We had William and Gavin, both of them done one when we were a bit more ignorant than what we are now, and we didn't get the antihistamine, and they slept for 24 hours. They were really quite unwell. They were hot. It was awful. Actually, at some point we looked at each other and thought they were going to die. 24 hours later they were back to normal. That's when we came up with the vet. We wanted to breed. We didn't want to pass on any trouble to the kittens, so we went right into it with the vet. And she rang the company. We found out about the antihistamine, and we now give Histamil one side of the neck, the vaccination the other, and the kittens don't even look back. They come home from the vet, they might have a couple of hours sleep because, you know, it's quite traumatic. They're plucked out of the bed they've known for 6 weeks. They've never been out of the house. They go up to this strange place that smells awfully medical and probably of other things we can't smell. And it's a bit of an overwhelming experience. So they come home, they sleep for a couple of hours, and they get up and they play, and there's nothing. We haven't had any reaction. So I'm really fussy about foot traffic in the house at this stage when I've got kittens. Their mother was vaccinated. I think she was vaccinated when the last little was 6 weeks old. So her vaccination status is very high, and I'm very people, you know, I don't encourage largely unless if people have other cats, unless they're vaccinated for F4. I mean, I can only say to you, I do expect people to continue our mode of vaccination, because you'll see a lot of kittens on the internet and you'll see their sticky eyes, and we can straight away pick it. You know, it's just something it's not to me a life-threatening thing, but it's not very nice to see kittens with sticky eyes, and they get a bit sneezy and they're a bit unthrifty and that sort of thing. So we've gone to a lot of expense. We have, as everybody knows, we've got a lot of cats. Dee often says it's the cat's house, we just live here. And we started our vaccination with, I think we had 7 cats at the time, from scratch. So you can imagine what a cost it was They'd all been given F3, even our Moggy that came from the pound, so go figure that. Doesn't make any sense to me. But anyway, we'll go into that more, and I will leave you with that. Thanks for watching.